and profiling. It's live and in color. Woo! 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 Slow down. Woo! 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 Woo!
The heavyweight champion of the world, Nature Boy.
Woo!
Nature Boy Ric Flair.
Woo!
We're coming right back.
Woo! 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 Stop! We can't take anymore.
All right, what is going on, Pew Pew Nation? Oh, episode 104, I think it is. I just wrote it down. Yeah, 104. Episode 104, Pew Pew Nation Live. And we are back on YouTube because I'm still banned from Facebook Live, but we're not going back to Facebook Live, even when I'm unbanned from Facebook Live, because honestly, screw Facebook. So, but what's up, everybody? I see we got some people on here. We're a couple minutes early, so we're gonna chat for a few minutes, and then once everybody gets on here, we will get started. Obviously, I have no co-host today except for this beauty right here. This is my new baby. We're gonna talk about that a little later because yeah, that needs to be talked about. But what's up, Zach, Rob, Mark, Brian? Thank you guys for the shares on Facebook. So if anybody else is joining on right now, please make sure that you go onto your Facebook real quick and either share my post or share the link that I posted in the comments. There's just so many people that don't know we're over on YouTube still. So last week we had about 22 people watching, I think was the top number we had, which is good. But on Facebook, usually I have about 50. So it's definitely down, moving off of the Facebook platform. But it just has to we just have to get people over there, let people know that we're still alive and still kicking and still giving shit away, because we are doing that today. We actually have 3 giveaways today live, and I have something amazing to talk about for next week, Pew Pew Nation Live. But we're going to give it a couple minutes here because we're still technically a minute early. It's only 6:59, so I was just too excited. I hit the intro button, and I was like, well, it's on now. So usually I hit the intro button at 6:58 because it's about 2.5 minutes long, and then that gives us right at 7 o'clock we start. But it is what it is. So, Zach, it is a beautiful co-host. He said it is a beautiful co-host. Man, it is. Look at this thing. We're going to talk about all this later, but I just can't. I've had this thing sitting in my office in my small safe. You can see that thing is clear. I've had this thing sitting in my office in my small safe since I built it Sunday, I believe it was. And I walk in every day, pull it out of the safe, and it's lever action. You flip the lever a couple times, and I'm just like, oh, I love you, baby. Oh, it's so good to see you. And then I put it away, and don't get to shoot it still, because I don't have time to go to the freaking range. But, yes, we're going to talk about that baby soon. I have named it the Beast right now, But maybe we'll play a game and we'll name that gun today. So, and your name maybe will appear in the magazine as the name of the gun. So we'll talk about that though in a little bit. It is now 7:01, so we can officially start. We got a bunch more people on here, so that is awesome. Brian is awake for the show today. Well, hopefully I don't put you back asleep, Brian. JJ, what's going on? Mark asked how the what's the roaring rebel, the rambling rebel, whatever, same idea. It fell off, man. I gotta get to advertising it though. I just have been so freaking busy. I actually have one of the coins here. So you guys can check that out. And we're going to actually give one of these away with an entry into that giveaway today. So that's going to be one of our entries. But we have one of the real coins. You can see how thick they are. You can see the actual size now because I keep forgetting to bring one with me. And just how bad it. Look at the shine on those things. Look at. You can see my light in the background and my camera. You guys can see behind. If you look closely, you can see behind the scenes of Pew Pew Nation Live. Look at that. Look at that. So these things are badass. 1 ounce solid copper. And we have about 100 sold out of 200. So we're getting there. If you did order already, I am going to be shipping those out probably next week. I have been so swamped. I have not had a chance to literally do anything. But I got these little like plastic sleeves to protect these because they are high gloss, so I don't want them to get all scratched up in the mail. So I got these little plastic sleeves. I was waiting for them to come in, probably from freaking China, of course, but they finally are here, so I can start putting these coins in the sleeves and getting them mailed out if you've already entered. So make sure you keep entering though. Make sure you share that giveaway. I'm going to start. I'll post it tomorrow again. Make some new advertisements for it and stuff like that. Because we do need to get that one. We got to get that one going. But I've been swamped. I apologize. We have had a big release. It's coming Friday, so make sure you watch your social media for the big release coming out Friday. I can't tell you who it is. I can tell you it's a gun, but I can't tell you whose gun. I can't tell you what it is. But I've been dealing with that for 2 weeks now because they gave me a crazy deadline to get like 2 videos done for that thing, pictures, 2 articles on it. All this stuff had to be done, and it's consumed my life, so it was crazy. But it's pretty sweet, so you guys will see it Friday. That thing is going to get officially released. So make sure you watch my page for that, as well as Athlon Outdoors. I believe it's going to go on personaldefenseworld.com. But watch Athlon's social media and you'll be able to see my video because I am in the Athlon Outdoors video shooting this new gun that is, I will tell you right now, amazing. So I can't show you though, but I can show you it next week. So that'll be cool. But next week we're going to have a lot of guns to show you because we are taking Pew Pew Nation live on the road. So we've done it before a long time ago. We haven't done it in quite a while. But we're doing it again. So I'm actually going to be, I'm actually working at Not Just Guns to help out with some photography over there for the auction, which is the second Wednesday, or actually starts the second Monday of, or the first Monday of June. Jeez, oh Pete, it's kind of confusing because of the month, where the month falls. But June, whatever it is, I think it's the 6th, I want to say. The auction starts at Not Just Guns. I have to do a bunch of photography for them for the auction of used guns. Their photographer is no longer with them, and they asked me if I can come out and help, so I am, which opened up the opportunity to do episode 105 live from Not Just Guns. So we're actually going to do it behind the counter. So it's going to be a wall of guns behind us. It's going to be epic. Talking to Mike yesterday, Mike is going to be on the show. So get your questions ready for Mike. Anything that you have to ask a firearms or a gun store owner, struggles that he encounters, things like that. make sure that you have those questions ready because he will answer your questions live on the air. And he said he's feeling like he might just go a little crazy and start giving shit away that's just hanging out behind the counter, hanging on the wall, maybe in the case. I don't know what he's going to do, but like the way he was talking yesterday when I talked to him about this whole situation, he was like, dude, we're giving everything. We're giving the store away. Like, he might give the keys to the store away. I don't know. So, make sure you guys join us next week, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right on this channel. Same link, same everything. It'll be right here on this channel, live from Not Just Guns. So, you don't want to miss it. Trust me. It's going to be ridiculous. Chris will be there. Chris is obviously not here again today. But his son does not have baseball next week. So Chris is going to be able to make it to Not Just Guns for the show. And we're going to have a hell of a time next week. So it's going to be Giveaway City. It's going to be badass. I don't know what else we're going to do. Mike was coming up with all kinds of crazy ideas yesterday. And I'm like, man, just let me know what you want me to try to promote. And I will do it. Because there was a lot of crazy stuff going on in his mind. So I don't know what to expect yet. But I know we're going to be at Not Just Guns live behind the counter with Mike, the owner of Not Just Guns. And he's got a lot of stuff for us. So I can't complain. So it's going to be pretty cool. Let me catch up on some comments here. We have a ton of people on now, which is fantastic. If you're just joining us, if you have watched the show before, or even if you haven't watched the show before, if you can go share this on your social media channel, it's just youtube.com slash Pew Pew Nation, and that'll give that people the direct link to this, or you can hit the little share button up at the top of your screen. There should be a little share button somewhere, maybe next to the chat, actually, if you're on a phone. And that'll share it. You can share it right to your social media. Get as many people over here as you can, because if you're just joining the channel, I see some new names on here, which is fantastic. Welcome. We used to do this. We did this for 101 episodes on Facebook. Facebook blocked me from going live because they don't like guns. So obviously I'm doing something right because Facebook threw me in live Facebook jail, I guess. So I need as many people to share this as I can to get all of the viewers back, because we've unfortunately lost about half our viewers when we moved over to YouTube, because everybody looked for this show on my Facebook page. So a lot of people don't see it now. But either way, I appreciate all the shares. I see a bunch of people sharing it. It's coming up with Facebook alerts on my computer here. So I really, really appreciate that. All right, let's catch up on comments. JJ said ghost gun. Well, actually, he put a scary ghost with a little squirt gun behind it, which means ghost gun. I love it. The new shirt is fantastic. Has anybody got the shirt? Did you guys get the new Boo shirt? It's not a ghost gun shirt. It is just the Boo. If you notice, it doesn't say anything about guns in the description. That was very strategic for marketing, just so everybody knows. We have to deal with a lot of weird shit that nobody thinks about to be able to sell a freaking t-shirt. It's ridiculous. Brian said he wants one in 4570. That is an awesome round as well. R. Farasi. That's a hard one to say. I'm just gonna call you R. Is new to the channel, so welcome. I appreciate you joining us. So, Pew Pew Nation Live is an awesome podcast. This is my channel. This is my business, my life, and we've created this whole thing of Pew Pew Nation as a nation of gun enthusiasts that just want to help other gun enthusiasts and I hate the persona of the keyboard operators, is what I call them, where they play way too much Call of Duty and they know everything there is to know about guns. And that's kind of what I've tried to squash with this channel, as well as the Right to Bear Arms Facebook group, which has over 13,000 people on it now, just so you guys know. I just got an alert today that we hit over 13,000 on the Right to Bear Arms Facebook group. And that is literally just me and my wife that run that group. It is insane how we have to police that group. But if anybody is a member of that group, you know we don't allow the bullshit. And it's not like every other gun group. So it's pretty cool that we've been able to do that. So Rob said dibs on the coin. Well, we're going to give this one away today. But you can go to pewpewnationusa.com and you can purchase one, and which also gets you an entry into the, I don't know if I have the picture on here. No, that's the Boo shirt. There's the Boo shirt. Into the Roaring Rebel giveaway. So make sure you guys get those coins purchased so we can give that gun away, which will be live on this channel on Pew Pew Nation Live once all the coins are sold out. So, Stephanie said signal sucks in Standish. I hope you can get it fixed. We miss you. Hopefully you guys are all good up in Gaylord there with your cabin. I know you're on that that side of town a little bit, so I'm praying you guys don't have any damage. Mic is staticky on your phone, but not TV. That's weird. Huh. All my levels are good. Everything looks good. Is anybody else having issues with my mic at all? Bill Bourne, what's up, buddy, from Texas? I love you, Texas. We're going to talk about you a little bit today. In a good way. JJ's got the Boo shirt. Mark's got the Boo shirt. What's up, Basquatch Hunter? Must be done with his podcast. I was just watching the Basquatch Hunter podcast over on Facebook. Awesome TV show on the Pursuit channel. I'm actually the photographer for the Basquatch Hunter TV show. So Mike is a good friend of mine and an awesome dude. We went on a date to see Top Gun yesterday, actually. So, yeah, I got to go to Top Gun with the Basquatch Hunter. Trust me, it's not as glamorous as it sounds. He blasted Top Gun theme song the entire freaking time in the truck. I wanted to jump out the window. But the movie was pretty badass, so. We did not hold hands. You are right. Phoenix said my mic is fine, so I appreciate that. No issues, Sarah said. All right, cool. So, Sarah said new shirt. Hoplophobia. I don't even know what that is, but it sounds. The word came up on your Facebook feed today. I have to look that one up. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear, Stephanie, that you guys did not get hit. It was that was nasty. I don't know. That's crazy up there. Ronald Moore, new to the channel. Welcome, welcome. I appreciate you joining us. So let's get into it. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, but that was the big announcement. If you like guns and ammo, I'm telling you, you have to watch this show next week, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this same channel. It's going to be sweet from Not Just Guns. Literally, I'm so excited to do a episode behind a gun counter, like a wall of guns behind us, guns in front of us in the counter. Like if anybody has any gun they want to see, and maybe that's what we'll do, is like if there's a gun that you're looking for, if Mike has it in the store, which I am 95. There we go. We're back connected. There we go. Okay, sorry guys, the feed dropped for a second there. I have no idea why. There we go. All right, we should be back. It looks good now. I don't know what happened, but Michelle Toy, what's up? See all these people here. I love it. Welcome back, everybody. I see a lot of names that I haven't seen in a while. Josh Smith said maybe I'll stop up and visit you guys. The store will be closed while we're doing the podcast because it's 7 o'clock. The store closes at 7. But if you stop up before, I will be there all day. So stop up, say hi, Josh, for sure. All right, let's get into some stuff here. So we all saw the tragedy in Texas, and I wanted to talk real for a little while here with you guys, because this stuff pisses me off really, and it really hits home for me probably more than a lot of people. Not anybody that has kids, this hits home to. But what people don't understand is like working in the firearms industry, owning a business in the firearms industry, in the outdoor industry. This makes the things literally, I would say, 100 times harder because a regular business, like I was actually talking to Matt Brennan, who hosts the show with me often, and I brought this up to him. He runs Corporate Eagle. He runs a an airplane. They lease timeshares pretty much for airplanes. Um, so he deals with a lot of high end clients. Yeah, obviously there's a lot of stuff with airplanes that could happen that are out of his control, but then he can fix that problem. He has the power to be able to fix the problem after the problem happens. The problem with what my business is and where I'm at is when a school shooting like this happens, it hits home hard for any parent, obviously. These kids are the same age as my son. Um, but it really hurts a lot because my business relies on firearms. This is what I do. I'm an advocate for firearms. I mean, that's what I do. So when this stuff happens, I really have to like step back and look at it, and I really have to think about what I'm saying and what I'm doing and how I'm acting because it's just it's a clusterfuck is what it is. It really is. I can't win no matter what. It's the only industry in the world that I have no control over what happens tomorrow. I can't control if some psychopath goes and shoots up a school. I can't control if the government decides to, the president decides to swipe his pen and try to take our rights away to own firearms. I can't control that. I can't control that my business um, can't be advertised. I can't market like regular companies because of things like this. So when everybody's like, "Oh, well, I hear it all the time. Oh, you're a gun guy, so of course you don't think that that we should ban any guns and that we need assault rifles and all this stuff." And that's where people are really wrong. But it's tough that I can't really express exactly how I feel all the time. But when these tragedies happen, I have to just kind of step back and take a look at what I do for a living and think about it from an outsider's perspective. So, how can I change what I do? Is there anything I can do to prevent something like this from happening? And the answer is there's absolutely nothing I can do. I've looked at it from every which way I could possibly think of. There is absolutely nothing that I could ever do to prevent a tragedy in a position that I'm in. The only thing I could ever do is if somebody tried to come buy a firearm from me and I was like, this dude's kind of nutty, I don't have to sell him a gun. But this guy, the school shooter, and I refuse to say his name because this is part of the issue with this whole situation in this country with school shootings and stuff, is that we popularize it. We make them celebrities. So now all the other psychopaths out there that thought about going to shoot up schools, now in their head they're all like, oh, this guy's famous now. He went and shot a school up and he's going to go down in the history books. His name's in the books. Like, because the media has to blow this shit up and popularize it. Instead of just shut the fuck up and just step back and talk. Let the victims grieve. Let the families have some grieving time. Like, let's talk about the real problems, not immediately politicize this shit and turn it into something that's just oh, it's for political gain for every Democrat out there. Every one of them is out of their freaking minds. What we know about this kid, Governor Abbott had a press conference today. It was a fantastic press conference. I'm not even kidding. It was the best press conference that I have ever seen in my life after a tragedy like this. The dude killed it. he did an amazing job. And he even said, he went and talked to the sheriffs. He talked to the law enforcement, to the Texas Rangers, to the FBI. He talked to all these people that were there that are in Texas right now dealing with this. And he asked them directly, what is the problem? What can we try to fix in this country, in this state, that would stop these tragedies from happening? And every law enforcement agency that was there said the exact same thing. They all told him that the problem is mental health. They have a mental health problem in this country. And we have a huge mental health problem in this country that for some reason we decided somewhere down the line that we were going to popularize mental health. And sorry, I was reading a couple comments there. We'll catch up on the comments in a second. But somewhere down the line, we decided that we were going to popularize mental health and make sure that the mentally ill felt comfortable in their own skin. And I get in a lot of arguments with people all the time about this because it might not be the popular thing to say, what I'm about to say, but I just don't give a shit. I really don't, because that's the problem with this whole country, and why we have these issues that we have is because there's not enough people like me that just speak the freaking truth. And what happens is when Jack decides that he wants to be called Jill, we popularize that. And we're like, oh, we're going to love Jack for Jill. We're going to love Jill as a she. We're going to give Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce Jenner, Women of the Year. And women are okay with this. We are literally popularizing mental health, and then we wonder why the mentally ill go into a school and shoot up the freaking school. It's insane. It really is insane. It pisses me off, and it's upsetting. It really is. Like I said, this hits home. I have an 8-year-old child that goes to school every day. I can't even imagine what these families are going through. One of the girls that was shot and killed was one of the sheriff's daughters. Could you imagine him having to go to that call as the sheriff and find out that his daughter is one of the victims? Like, it kills me. Like, it really does. Like, it's insane. And what pisses me off about all of it pisses me off that it happened. Period. There is no way to prevent it. Everybody immediately, literally, the bodies are still on the freaking floor in the school, and our fucking president is on the news talking about how we need gun control and the Republicans need to step up and pass common sense gun laws. Shut the fuck up. Like, it's just ridiculous. Like, he just showed his true colors right there. Every Democrat that opened their freaking mouths yesterday showed their true colors about this whole thing. And I got a list of some of them here. And it is absolutely ridiculous the way they politicized this whole thing. So you got Governor Abbott doing this amazing press conference, giving facts, talking about what they know, talking about mental health, and he's given this list of places that everybody can go to get the help that they need after a tragedy like this, from the families to the sheriffs involved to everybody. He's given this great speech and this great information, and that little weasel Beto O'Rourke comes walking up like a fucking duck up on under the podium there, and he starts spouting off about gun control and that Governor Abbott hasn't done anything about this, and he could pass gun control laws, and blah, 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 blah. Why they didn't just... There was an officer there. They're telling him to get him out of there. Why they didn't just... That officer should have just drop-kicked that freaking dude, threw him in handcuffs, carried his ass out, opened the door with his head, and thrown him in a squad car and put him in fucking prison. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, and this is the thing, is and then all the media flocks to Beto O'Rourke outside of the courthouse or wherever they're at to listen to him while Abbott is still talking. This is the issue. You got, if anybody doesn't see this issue, and if anybody on here doesn't agree with me, I'm not sorry I'm saying the things that I'm saying. I really am not. I don't care who I piss off. I'm pretty sure I've made that clear on my page a lot. Because what I do is I speak the truth. And I like to think that I say things that people are afraid to say. And I know that there's a lot of people that can't say what I say, because of corporate jobs and things like that. But the fact of the matter is that if we can't address the actual problem and we immediately blame an inanimate object on that problem, then the problem will never be resolved. This will be an issue for the rest of our lives, for the rest of the eternity of this country. This will be an issue because we refuse as a country to grow a set of balls and tell those with balls that they're not women. That's the issue. That is the issue. Mental health. If you're mentally ill and you have mental problems, mental health issues, I don't have a problem with you. I pray that you go get the help you need because that is what it should be. We should be getting these people help. Period. That is what it should be. I just don't, I don't know. This stuff, like I said, this stuff hits home really hard because I have a child that is my whole life. My son is my whole life. If anybody follows me, you guys watch my stuff, you know that I would do anything for my kid. And he is he's really the only thing that matters. If I couldn't do Pew Pew Nation anymore because of Colton, I needed to do something with him instead. That's what would happen. Like I don't care. Like I would drop my career, I would drop everything that I do to make sure that he's taken care of. So when I see this kind of stuff, it does. It really hits home and it hurts. But then I have to look at it from the business side of things, and that's the really hard part and the stressful part, and it honestly it destroys me. It really does. It is the hardest thing in the world to do because yes, it is a ridiculous tragedy and it's about the worst thing in the world that could happen. But I still have to continue on with my business because my business doesn't have anything to do with that psychopath that walked in to the school and, well, first shot his grandmother in the face, then walked into a school to shoot up a bunch of kids and faculty members. I have nothing to do with that. My business actually prevents that stuff from happening because I teach responsible gun owners to be able to protect themselves. And I say it all the time, an armed society is a polite society. And I get a lot of shit for that from liberals and anti-gun community as well. But a armed society is a polite society. More guns in the school, if you had 10 teachers in that school that all carried their guns concealed, nobody knew they had them, they were all legal, they had the training, even if there was extra training, if they went through that to be able to carry in the school, whatever. If there was 10 teachers in that school, and that kid walked through that front door, and the one teacher's classroom that had a gun was right there, there's no doubt in my mind that the threat was done with just maybe a few kids' lives lost, which is too many as well. There's not one isn't enough. The only life that's acceptable to be lost in a mass shooter situation is the cowardly shooter. And I'm glad that piece of shit's dead. He deserves to be dead. And I wish they would have gotten to him faster. That's it. So, again, it is not the gun's fault. It is not the police fault. It's not the school's fault. It's not the politician's fault. What it is it is a mental health issue that has been popularized in this country and turned into the new norm. And until that's addressed, I don't know. Until that's addressed, nothing is going to change. So my solution to the problem, the real solution as I have on the screen here, is to arm the freaking teachers. I know of at least 5 teachers, including honestly my son's teacher, because I've kind of had this conversation with her. Her husband is a Army vet, and they're big gun people and everything else. And I can guarantee you that I know of at least 5 to 10 teachers in my son's school alone that would carry a gun. Now, that's not in every school, obviously. And I would never want the school district to be like, oh, well, we're going to pick 10 people to carry guns. No, no. These have to be able, willing people that are law abiding citizens that want to protect those children, that want to protect their own lives in the school. It can't just be whoever, it has to be the right people, and I get that. Um, as a firearms instructor, honestly, in my school district, in the state of Michigan, if Michigan was like, we're going to allow teachers to carry in schools with special training, I would go get certified in that special training, and I would teach every single teacher free of charge. No, no charge. I don't care about the money. I want to teach every single teacher so that those kids in those schools can be safer and those teachers can be safer individuals and actually do their job or be able to do their job and protect our children. Because that's the job of a teacher in the school, is to teach and protect your kids when you're not around. And those teachers are unable to complete that second part of their buzz. They are, till the media and the politicians want to shut the fuck up about gun, looking at the real problem, it's not going to change. That's all there is to it. This dude was 18 years old. He is a high school dropout. The kid was a loser. He is known since middle school to be cutting himself and had all these problems and cross-dressing and transgender, and has pictures all over the place of him wearing dresses and all this stuff. And somehow his family, he lived with his mom up till 2 months ago, left her house because mom's boyfriend cut off the Wi-Fi to this kid. So he flipped out and left the mom's house, went and lived with grandma and grandpa. Somehow grandma and grandpa have no idea that this kid has guns in the house. Um, and everybody's like, oh, he never had any mental issues. But all of his friends knew he had mental issues. It's like we have to address the mental issues in the country. And the other side of that is parents. If you're a parent, start fucking parenting your kids. Like, you should know what's going on in your kid's life. You should know how they are acting, if they're acting weird. This dude's or the mom's boyfriend has lived at the house for almost 2 years, I think it was. And he said that he's never had a full conversation with this kid because the kid was just weird. You don't think that's a problem? That mom's boyfriend has never had a full conversation with this kid? Maybe mom should worry more about her kid than about dating. Just a thought. Get out there and fucking parent. Stop being their friend. Stop trying to be the cool parent, and go actually raise your kids. So I say it all the time. Raise real men again. Raise real men again. Do it. That's it. All right, let's catch up on some comments here. Let me know what you guys think. There's a lot of comments, so I'm not going to be able to get them all, but Bill said they're about 90 miles from where the shooting was. They went to the kindergarten graduation today. Security was present, and so was I. I carry on. Good. I'm glad that you were carrying in that place. Because you should. They should be allowed to. Everybody should. As long as you got the training and you know what you're doing, carry on. Gun-free zones need to be done. Need to be done with, and let the staff carry guns. Give them a fighting chance. Exactly. Gun-free zones are nothing but fish in a barrel syndrome. You have no way to protect yourself. You throw a bunch of rounds through that barrel, and you're going to hit a bunch of fish, and they have no way to protect themselves. So if the fish weren't in the barrel and they were in a lake, they could swim away. If they had guns, they could shoot back. Cliff Scott said need to have armed people in the building. Rob said Biden's fault, gun-free zones, not gun-free. What? I don't know what that. I must have missed one of your other comments where you corrected it. I've seen that a lot too, where people are saying Biden's fault, and I wouldn't even go that far, honestly, as saying it's Biden's fault. Biden didn't. I can't get on that train and say Biden. It's Biden's fault. The blood's on his hands, really, because the blood is on the shooter's hands. That is all there is to it, and honestly, kind of the family of the shooter, because they could have stopped this. They could have actually paid attention to their kid, seen what was going on, and tried to get him the help that he needed. Um, I understand where people are coming from when they say it's Biden's fault, uh, but it's really not. I can't get on that train. I really can't. I get what you're saying. It's ridiculous. It's disgusting. It's despicable that our president jumps on a press conference literally while the bodies are still on the floor in the school to talk about how sad it is that we don't have gun reform and that the Republicans won't pass gun reform in this country. That's disgusting. The man is a piece of shit as far as I'm concerned. The Democratic Party is a disaster as far as I'm concerned. You have um who was it? Let me find it here. Uh Ruben Gallego is a Democrat from Arizona. His direct quote is "fuck your prayers. They haven't worked for the past 20 mass shootings. How about passing laws that will stop these killings?" That was directed at Republicans. Then he tweeted at, oh, that was what he tweeted, I'm sorry, at Daryl Issa, a Republican from California, which is weird in itself. And then he tweeted to Senator Ted Cruz, just to be clear, fuck you at Ted Cruz, you fucking baby killer. That's literally what this is an elected official. That is what he said to Ted Cruz. Then you got AOC's dumbass up there, blaming the Republicans. There's no such thing as being pro-life while supporting laws that let children be shot in their schools. Elderlies in grocery stores, worshipers in their house of faith, survivors by abusers, or anyone in a crowded place. That's what she wrote on Twitter. It must end. And then you got Beetlejuice, the mayor of Chicago, Lori Lightfoot. I call her Beetlejuice because that's what she looks like. Uh, she's out there, which, how are you going to run your mouth? Your city is like the worst crime rate and the worst murder rate in the freaking country. And she's out there running her mouth. Now more than ever, we must push our legislators to pass sweeping and effective gun control measures. Our children's lives depend on it. You had Chris Murphy took the Senate floor to demand action on gun control. Why do you spend all this time running for the United States Senate if your answer is the slaughter increase? If your answer is as the slaughter increases, as our kids run for their lives, we do nothing. That's what he asked the Republicans. It's just these quotes are sad. Like it literally is, and I get it. Like people. I'm trying to think of the right words. People direct their anger in the wrong ways. There was just a double homicide of two teenagers in right in my back door. I mean, my backyard, pretty much. It's literally like right down the street from my house. I actually have a friend whose kid goes to high school with all four of these kids and knew all of them. Sounds like a drug deal gone bad. Somebody was doing some stupid shit, obviously. Two kids ended up dead, and two kids are now in prison as well. But everybody is blaming, they're on Facebook and stuff, blaming the White Lake Police Department, which I was like, how are we blaming the police department for this? Apparently somebody had reported gunshots earlier in the night, and White Lake showed up, drove through down the street right past this pond that the two bodies were found by, didn't see anything, and ended up leaving. No other reports, no nothing. Didn't see anything, drove around for a little while. Well, everybody is flipping out about that. Like, oh, you could have saved these kids' lives. Those kids were dead already. They both got shot multiple times. If they heard gunshots at, let's say it's 9 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock at night, whatever, Those kids were already dead. The White Lake police weren't going to save anybody's lives there. The other kids were already gone by the time the police got there. It's the same people that bitch and moan about police reform and that the police don't do their jobs and that we need to defund the police. And then they're whining because an officer shows up and doesn't get out of his car, because they probably get 100 of these calls a week of people lighting fireworks off and neighbors thinking it was gunshots. I literally have had the cops called on me before for lighting fireworks off one night when I was younger at my house. We had a big party. I lit a couple like these super loud, they're called Thunder Kings, super loud fireworks. They were badass. I literally, police showed up. They were like, we had reports of gunshots. I'm like, nobody's shooting any guns around here. And I told them it was the fireworks. And they're like, yeah, I guess that would make sense. They're like, that happens about 10, 15 times a night during the summer. So, like, you can't blame other things, other people for a psychopath that commits a crime. That's all there is to it. It's just like a dude that runs his car through a parade of people at a Christmas parade that happened just recently, last Christmas. You can't blame Ford for making a Ford Explorer because that's what the guy was driving. You blame the psycho for doing it. You can't blame Daniel Defense because the kid bought a Daniel Defense AR-15. You can't blame Daniel Defense. You blame the kid that committed the crime. Like, it doesn't make, I don't know where we got this, that we blame objects instead of blaming the people. Blaming the criminals became this thing of the past, and it doesn't make any sense to me. It blows my mind, and it's disgusting. It really is. Let's catch up on some comments here. FJB, Beto, and gun control. The debate happened in 1779 about gun control. I like it, Bill. Phoenix said media makes money from ad revenue for the attention. They do 100%. And that is, I say it all the time, follow the money. Follow the money and you will find out the truth. That's all there is to it. If the dumb Democrats stop parading the mentally ill as brave and heroes and actually get them help, maybe these things won't happen, is what Brian Gujan said, which I agree 100%. Dan said on firearms, all you can do is keep educating on safe, responsible ownership. This helps encourage those who are hesitant understand the responsible ownership will help reduce irresponsible ownership. 100%, Dan. And that is literally what this channel is about and what my classes are about, what I live for. I love educating. That is what I do. So, Linus said shooters need to be nicknamed as Needle Dick, Booger Cum Rag Eater, Stiff Sock Masturbator, and so on. Damn. He took that to a whole new level. I like it. Everybody's agreeing with me, so that's a good thing. Let's see if we lost any viewers. I don't know. Brian said preach on. Rob said it's not my president. Mark said blame the gun lobby. Shaking my head. 100%. That's what they do. And then like the headlines now are like, oh, NRA to host their annual meeting in Texas, just 300 miles away from where the shooting happened. And it's like, well, they're not going to cancel the meeting. It's like so when the Oxford school shooting happened, I live in Michigan. That's like 30 minutes from my house. So I post my CPL classes all the time on Facebook groups, in local Facebook groups, because obviously I'm only drawing local customers for those classes. I posted, so there's one group, Waterford Matters, if anybody's familiar with Michigan area, Waterford, Michigan. I live pretty close to that, and I do my classes like just on the other side of Waterford. I posted on Monday, before the school shooting happened, nothing. I didn't even know that anything was going on yet. It was like, I think the shooting was on a Tuesday or Wednesday. Maybe it was a Thursday. I posted Monday. Well, the admins of that group didn't approve the post until Friday, and it was the day after the shooting. So whatever day it was. Well, their rule is business ads get approved on Fridays. So they just approved the business ad, is all they did. People lost their freaking minds that I was so insensitive and oh my God, this guy's ridiculous. He should be thrown in jail because how could you be so insensitive to post gun stuff right after a tragedy? Well, like, my business doesn't stop because there was a tragedy, because it was a shooting. I can't prevent that. I can't do anything about that. But what I can do is I can make people safer in this community. I can make people safer across the country, which is really cool. With Pew Pew Nation, I know a lot of you I've talked to personally, either on the phone or in person or whatever, or Facebook Messenger, and I know that I've impacted a lot of your lives, I've heard, and I love that, and it's awesome because that's what we can do as in the firearms community is create safer gun owners and create more responsible gun owners. Because the more of us there are, the less of the nut jobs there are. Or maybe we won't take that nut job population down, but we're going to start shooting them, and that's going to take it down. Because when they commit a crime and they try to kill us, we obviously have a way to defend ourselves now. So it just makes sense. Not to the anti-gunners, though. Holy hell, man. You post a CPL class right after a school shooting accidentally. Whew, boy. I did fill like 3 classes because of that post, though, so it worked out great. Because that's the other thing that everybody on here, if you've ever had any reserve about saying what you feel, because you're afraid that you're going to piss people off, that's what everybody needs to understand is, like, I'd say every one person I piss off, I gain 50 followers. I really do. Because people like to hear the truth and people like to hear what they believe. They want to hear somebody else say it because a lot of people aren't in the position to be able to say it like I could say it and not give a shit. So I love that. But that's what you have to understand too is that, like, if you are worried about making people mad, honestly, you're a little bit of the problem because you're hiding the truth and making those people that we don't agree with think that they are the solution, I guess. That they are the party that is 100% right, that we are wrong and we don't know what we're talking about because a lot of people back down and they agree. And I know it's hard sometimes, like some people's jobs, you can't do it, things like that. I get it. But I'm telling you, for every one person, for every one family member that hates you, you're going to gain the respect of 50 other people because you spoke the truth. Look at Ted Nugent. Ted Nugent's the prime example of speaking the truth and just not giving a shit. Like, he's got people that literally hate him enough that he gets death threats. And he just keeps speaking the truth. And he just keeps saying the same thing. Like, if you don't like me, you don't like me, don't talk to me. And that's how I am. I don't care. If you don't like me, don't talk to me. It is what it is. Bill said 2-parent household will slow down these little pieces of trash. Phoenix, oh man, Phoenix. This is Phoenix's words, everybody. He said, listen, men are so good at everything. We won Woman of the Year. And we did. It's kind of funny. I know what you're saying there. The other thing is, did you notice that that there was no baby formula shortage until men somehow started getting pregnant? We fuck it all up, I guess. I don't know. All right, I'm going to catch up on a few more. Thunder Kings were the best, my wife said. They were. Those things were fucking awesome. I loved those. Congratulations to, I think it was your grandson, Bill, and have a good night. Enjoy that. Brian said I had to carry my wheel gun because the rest are in my suitcase. Never leave the house without one. And that is the way to be, honestly, Brian. I do the same thing. People are like, "Oh, you can't carry a gun every day," and I'm like, "The hell you can't." I just went to a wedding last Friday. I had a gun on me. Like, I'm carrying a gun everywhere I go. It doesn't matter. I don't trust this country. I don't trust the people. There's way too many mentally ill people out there. Um, and let's face it, criminals don't follow the laws, so they have access to be able to get weapons. They have access to drive cars. That's just the facts. Lauren said, my 10-year-old son practices trigger discipline even with his Nerf guns. So does Colton, and it's hilarious. Like, you'll see him, like, coming down the hallway, and he's like, he's like trying to find me, and you'll see his finger off the trigger, like, ready to go, right in the right position. It's awesome. See you later, Linus. Thanks for joining. We all die once. Said my rights don't end where your feelings begin. By the way, when we all die once, I love your name there. That's awesome. And you're 100% right there. Lauren said, I know my purse feels so empty without mine right now. Well, you need to change that and get a damn gun in that purse. All right, so I think I about covered that. I don't know. I just wanted to go on that little rant today because it just really it does. It pisses me off, and it really hits home. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, you're insensitive because this happened, and you don't think that we should ban guns." And I'm like, I don't see it. I don't see the correlation. How am I insensitive because I think realistically and not with my emotions only? Like, that's the problem, is everybody thinks with their emotions, and they need somebody to blame. And I get that everybody's looking for somebody to blame. So tonight is the 43rd birthday of my best friend Tom Dodge, who passed away 5 years ago from cancer, unfortunately. And really, Pew Pew Nation Live, Pew Pew Nation as a company was because of Tom Dodge. So Tom, our Farsi said this channel is fucking great. Well, I appreciate that, man. Thank you for joining us. But Tom Dodge. So anyway, so Tom was awesome. Tom was my partner in CPL classes. Me and him had this idea to build Pew Pew Nation. We didn't have a name for it yet. We had an idea. Tom passed away, and it was literally the hardest thing that I've ever done. And every year on his birthday, I go have a couple drinks for him. I order him his Captain and Coke, and I drink my Crown and Cokes that I always drink. And his Captain and Coke sits there and waits for him at the bar until the end of the night, and then I down that thing because it's expensive drink. I'm not gonna let it go to waste, but but me and Tom, I made a promise to Tom that I would do this, that I would pursue our dream, that I would pursue this business, and I would create something. I had no idea what I was doing and what I was gonna make it. But I don't remember even where I was going with this 100%, but this is the reason for all of this, and it hits home when you see this kind of stuff, because Tom had kids, and I literally had to take Tom's kids. The worst thing I've ever had to do is take Tom's children into the room to say goodbye to their father. It was disgusting, and it was horrible, and I'd never want to do it again. But that is the reason that we have Pew Pew Nation. That is the reason that I do this. That's the motivation behind this whole thing. And there's Tom, that ugly son of a bitch. He was the best dude ever. I just wanted to pay a little tribute to Tom, because he literally was. He was the best guy ever. A stand-up comedian. He was a veteran. Just had an awesome outlook on life, and just an awesome dude. Taught me a lot. So, love you, Tom. But let's give something away and change the mood, because that's what Tom would want anyway. So let's do it. You guys want a giveaway? Let's see some. You can't do thumbs ups anymore, so it's kind of weird. Well, I guess you can, right? You can like the. Josh Smith said Friday will make 6 years since I lost my sissy to cancer. I'm sorry to hear that, man. And yes, I agree. Fuck cancer. Seriously. Tom passed away a couple weeks after his birthday. So I always kind of celebrate that day too, but I try to celebrate his birthday a little bit more just to honor him. Thank you for all the kind words, everybody. Cliff Scott said cancer sucks. I lost my dad to it January 8th, 2002. I'm sorry to hear that too, Cliff. Definitely not fun. How is everybody doing? Is the thumbs up just the emoji thumbs up? Is that what you guys are doing? Because that's cool. I didn't realize that you could. Oh, yeah, you can do it. Well, look at that. What the hell is all this shit? I got some weird YouTube ones, though. I don't have all my regular ones. I mean, what the hell are these things? Is it a cat? It's a cat. What the hell? This little guy's dabbing. I'm going to post the dabber. That's cool. All right, let's give something away. So let's do a $25 gift card to freedomfatigues.com. I already wrote some numbers down, so if you guys are going to guess numbers 1 through 100, the way this works is you are going to guess as many times as you possibly can, as fast as you can, 1 through 100. The first number I see pop up, the first person that gets that number wins a $25 gift card to freedomfatigues.com. Freedomfatigues.com is 100% American-made apparel, and it's one of the only companies out there that is honestly, truly 100% American-made. Veteran-owned, Leo-owned, awesome company. It's actually who I have Pew Pew Nation USA clothing line through, so this is one of my new designs. Tax this. My Monopoly Man shirt. And then as you guys saw before, the Boo shirt, that's the brand new one, just came out. This baby glows in the dark. That's how badass that thing is and how scary it is. So you want to scare your liberal friends? Go shop at freedomfatigues.com for sure. All right, so when you see start, you're going to start guessing 1 through 100 until I say stop. And whoever wins $25 gift card to freedomfatigues.com. So get guessing. God, it goes so fast on here. It's crazy. So for those of you just joining us, Facebook, it used to take forever. I wouldn't see everybody's guesses. It was a freaking disaster. This is badass. It goes so fucking quick. I can't even keep up almost. Oh my God. Keep guessing 1 through 100. Holy crap. Oh, did we get... Nope. Nope. Oh, gosh. So close. And stop. We got one. We got a winner. Stop guessing. Stop guessing, guys. We got a winner. All right, I'll let you guys catch up here for a second. Stop guessing, everybody. We got 2 more giveaways still, too. And one of them is a entry into the Roaring Rebel giveaway, where you are getting one of these badass Second Amendment copper. This is 100% 1 ounce copper with the Second Amendment on the back there. See if I can get it focused. So it's got your whole back is the Second Amendment. It won't focus on it. Come on, baby. There it goes. Second Amendment on the back, and then you got the Minuteman on the front of that coin. And these are 100% copper, 1 ounce of copper. So it's pretty badass. Yes, Mark, it is insanely fast. Dude, I go cross-eyed looking at it. The winner of the $25 gift card is Phoenix. So I don't know Phoenix's real name, but Phoenix, message me on Facebook after the show, um, and I will. I just need your name, address, and email address. Oh, Steven Smith. Okay, what's up, Steven Smith? I didn't know who Phoenix was. That's the only thing with YouTube that's different is if your username is not your actual name, I don't know who the hell you are. So it's kind of cool too. But so congratulations, Steven. Um, um, that's awesome. So make sure you message me on Facebook afterwards. I need your name, your email address, and just say what you won. Even though I know it was the gift card, but I forget sometimes. So make sure you message me afterwards, and that will get you your $25 gift card. So they will actually email you your $25 gift card, Freedom Fatigues. Let's do another giveaway real quick. Let's give away, we're going to save the coin for last, but we're going to give away a copy of Combat Handguns magazine, one of the many publications that I write for, published by Athlon Outdoors. And I don't know if I have any articles in this one, but I think I do. I just grabbed one today. No, I actually don't have articles in this magazine, which is really surprising. I probably have some photos in here, but Combat Handguns magazine, published by Athlon Outdoors. We're going to give that away. That is a $10 magazine, and one of you are going to win that. R. Ferrasi, I don't know. I didn't see any of your guesses until you just put that 3, bud. But either way, still try to guess on the next one, because we're going to give that away right now. So start guessing 1 through 100. That is for the magazine, Combat Handguns magazine from Athlon Outdoors. Start guessing when you see 1 through 100. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled here, because damn. Keep guessing, guys, 1 through 100. Oh, it's weird. So my phone actually shows the guesses before the freaking computer by a couple seconds, like maybe a second and a half. Who would have thought? That's crazy. Come on, keep guessing. "1911 Smoking Guns." I like that name too. Guess as many times as you guys possibly can type too. Come on, keep guessing. From White Lake. What's up, buddy? I'm from Highland, so you are not far. I'm actually, the studio right now is in White Lake. Which, by the way, you see, we are in the Freedom Pew studio still. The building did not get leased yet, so I'm going to keep everything set up until we're out of here. But next week, live from Not Just Guns in Mason, Michigan, with the owner. Tons of giveaways. It's going to be badass. So make sure that you guys get that all, or join in and check that out. He saw me at the barber shop. Nice. Did we talk? Oh, we got a winner. Stop guessing. We got one. Stop guessing, stop guessing, stop guessing. Glad to have you on here, 1911 Smoking Guns. All right, stop guessing, guys. We got a winner. The winner is Josh Smith. Congratulations, Josh. You got yourself the magazine. We still have one giveaway left. This is the big one. This gets you an entry into the onto the Freedom Wheel for the Roaring Rebel giveaway. Plus, you get the 1 ounce copper coin, which is a badass coin anyway. So these are solid copper, 1 ounce of solid copper. All right, let's talk about it. So I want you guys to help me name this gun for the magazine. So I've just deemed it the Beast right now because look at it. This thing is like, it makes me like giggle like a little schoolgirl, literally. I just, every time I touch it, I'm just like, this thing's so awesome. Like, so you guys can see it's clear. Nothing in there. It is clear. Do have some rounds in the Quivers. This thing is chambered in 357. So you saw this gun as the Henry. It's the Big Boy X model from Henry. And you guys did see this thing as stock before. Now, it is like, I'm going to say, I kind of like, I was trying to describe it to my dad actually. And it's like John Wayne met John Wick. Is the only way I can describe it. That's what it is. It is the tactical cowboy, just badass lever action. I had this build in my head for like 2 years. Finally was able to do it. So waiting on one part, and that is a suppressor that is going to be the same Ranger green as the stock and the wrist on the wrist on the stock and the foregrip there. It's gonna be the same color. I got the Leopold Patriot 6HD up top. So this thing is pretty badass, super lightweight scope from Leopold. It's got a little bit of magnification, but not too much. So it's like perfect for this build. It's not too big. I loved it. I thought it was going to work perfect. Everything else on this gun is literally from Ranger Point Precision. Ranger Point Precision is making all these badass American-made aluminum parts for these lever actions. So whether you have a Henry, a Marlin, whatever it is, if you want to pimp it out, Ranger Point Precision has the parts for you. It is, oh, this thing is just so awesome. So really what it is it's a Henry Big Boy Model X chambered in 357 Magnum. I took the foregrip off, the plastic off of the Henry, put this badass all aluminum Ranger Point Precision handguard painted in this badass, it's either Ranger green or Sniper green. I'm drawing a blank right now, so don't quote me on that, but it's a green Cerakote. It's either Sniper or Ranger green Cerakote. I have their muzzle device on there right now, which, as you guys can see there, will cut down a little bit of that recoil and flash. That's going to end up coming off for the suppressor, obviously, soon, but these are their Quivers, which never seen aluminum Quivers, but they make aluminum Quivers. These are actually aluminum, and they use an O-ring system to hold the round in. So you can see that it actually is retained in there. So once you push those rounds in, like I can shake this thing all day long and those rounds aren't coming out. Put an extended hammer spur on there, which is hard to see because of the optic, obviously. But that allows you to just grab that hammer right there and be able to pull it nice and easy, which is awesome. And then the butt stock on this thing is all adjustable. So you can actually adjust your angle right here. You loosen these two bolts here, and this thing will adjust. You got a little bit of adjustment on the actual pad where you can pull it in and out a little bit. Swivel that as well, so you can kind of customize your gun for yourself. It also comes with or has an optional cheek riser. I didn't get the cheek riser because this thing is honestly like it's perfect for me, so I didn't need the cheek riser on there. But all their mounting stuff, their screws, their quick takedown lever or screws for the stock, then their quick lever takedown. Says 357 on it, but you can get those with all kinds of stuff. I just like the black with 357. I thought was cool, but man, this thing is badass. So If you wanted to build out the same gun from Ranger Point Precision, you have probably about $700, $650 worth of parts in there. I honestly don't know the price on the Leopold. I do not remember, and I should have wrote it down. So I apologize for that, but I'll do a full review on YouTube of this thing, as well as in Tactical Life, I believe it's going in, with Athlon Outdoors. And you guys will be able to see all the options. There's a couple other things I might still do with this thing. I do like the factory Henry lever, but I kind of like the big loop levers. So they open them up a little bit and you can really get in there and throw it. So being a tactical style rifle that I plan on shooting fast, I figured that maybe the big loop might work better. So I might order one of those for it, but that thing is amazing. It's just, it is so badass. Let's see what you guys are coming up with names here. First name that comes to mind is Duke, is what Cliff Scott said. I don't know what to think about that. What's up, Duke? I don't know. I don't know if I can run with that. The Pewinator, that's awesome. Rob said, mind the erection next week, Andy. Jeez. Pure fun. Daniel, so what the fuck's been going, or been gone for a few weeks, busy, and I assume Facebook kicked you off of live, wondering why I hadn't got notified. Yes, that is why. So welcome, you found us, Daniel. But yes, we got kicked off of Facebook Live for a month. I'm not going back to Facebook Live. I'll do some live videos, just like product releases and things like that, when I get back on there, still on the Pew Pew Nation channel, but pretty much screw Facebook. This is a way better platform. It's a little harder to get used to, but once you guys get used to it, it's going to be much easier to use. So, Green Machine, Green Freedom, Sweet. That's actually a pretty good name. Green Beast. JJ said that thing is sick. See, you influenced me to buy more guns. There you go. I'm happy to do it, man. I am happy to do it. I think I've influenced quite a few people to get into a lever action gun because I've had so many messages just posting a picture of this thing that people are just like, how do you do that? What does it do? Why does it look so badass? I wonder if the media would actually, if they saw this, if they'd call it an assault weapon, an assault lever assaulter. Maybe I should do something about that, actually. Assault lever action rifle. Super scary. Ooh. Puginator. Way sexier than Chris in the co-host seat. Oh, that's awesome, Mark. I love it. Huey. That isn't bad. It's a Huey. Tribute to John Wayne, Lucille. It's a guitar. Name it the Peacemaker. That's actually pretty good. The Peacemaker. Great rifle for under the rifle line deer hunting. Yes, it is. It has no clipazine. You're right. It doesn't have a clip. It doesn't have a clip on it, so it is not dangerous or scary at all. 100%. Look at how badass it is. Like, I just want to hold it all day long, like, and just hug it, rub it, hold it. Colton already deemed it as his, and I was like, normally I'm just like, yeah, whatever, you can say it's yours. No, kid. This one is Dad's. That's all there is to it. This thing is so badass. I love it. I just love it. It's so awesome. Call it Brandon. Then when you're leaving the house, you could say, let's go, Brandon. It's fantastic, actually. Oh, I love it. Oh, that's awesome. Warthog. What's long, hard, and full of bullets? Oh, it's fantastic. I knew I'd get some good names out of you guys. All right, so that is the beast right now. We're gonna figure out a name for it. Maybe I'll even make a post and you guys can share it, and we'll try to name that gun. It needs to have something catchy that is magazine worthy, for like the headline of the magazine. Like there's probably something in here like um, I don't know. I don't know if there's any custom guns in here this time, but there's always like they always have like a fancy name. Like the P51 themed AR-15 that I have, the pistol. That was the AR-51. So it was like a P51 theme AR-51. The Mechanic here, the Rival Racer. Like they come up with these cool names. So we'll see. But let's do one last giveaway, and then I am going to have a couple drinks in Tom Dodge's memory. So because it is that's what it is. It's an important day. So love you, Tom, and you guys can thank that guy, that amazing specimen of a man, for what Pew Pew Nation is. So let's give it away. The Minuteman copper coin with the Second Amendment on the back there. You guys, there's 200 of these available on pewpewnationusa.com. And what you're going to get is your 1 ounce copper coin, but you also get entered into the Roaring Rebel giveaway, which I got to put it up there. Hold on one second. This is stupid that I don't have it. Let me find it. Here it is. Okay. Show that one. There we go. There's the Roaring Rebel giveaway. So this is what you get entered into. For every $10 spent on pewpewnationusa.com, you get another entry. So once we sell out of coins, we will be giving that gun away, which is a POF Roaring Rebel. Comes in the guitar case. It's a 22 with a 30 round drum mag, 1022 Ruger 1022 base on the mag, so you can run your 1022 mags in this thing. Badass gun. They are super rare, super hard to find, and there's about 100 spots left, Rob. So it is such a badass gun, though. You guys, seriously, it is worth it. Plus, like I said, you get your coins. You can either choose how much you pay for one coin, or you can actually pick multiple coins on the system. So if you pick multiple coins, you still get all those spots. So if you pick 5 coins, you get 5 spots, but you'll get 5 coins shipped to you as well if you want just some collector coins that are cool just to give out for gifts or whatever. So awesome thing. But somebody's going to win an entry right now. So when you see start, you're going to start guessing 1 through 100 until I say stop. So go ahead and start guessing right now. We'll see who gets the free entry into the Roaring Rebel giveaway, as well as a coin. It is so fast. I literally have to like focus on this thing. Usually I can just talk to you guys and kind of like, nah, whatever. Oh, we got a winner. We got a winner. Stop guessing. Stop guessing. All right, we got a winner. That was a quick one, but I'm okay with it. The winner of the copper coin from pewpewnationusa.com and also gets an entry into the Roaring Rebel giveaway is Rob Copes. So congratulations, Rob. You got yourself the coin and entry into the giveaway. I urge everybody to go get more entries into the giveaway because it is worth it. That is about an $1,800 gun. And you can't get them. They're limited edition. They only made a certain amount. They don't sell them anymore. You can go on Gun Broker and they're about $2,500 to $3,000 if you can find one. So we're giving it away You could win one for literally just buying one copper coin at $10. You can't beat that. So go over to pewpewnationusa.com. Make sure you get yourself into that entry. Check out that page. Share this YouTube channel with all of your friends. Get everybody over here. Make this thing bigger and better all the time. Like I said, we're still growing. We lost a lot of people by switching over from Facebook. But thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you to all the new viewers on here. I love it. I appreciate you guys joining us today. Again, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Check us out on Facebook, on Instagram, all that stuff. Steve, Rob, and Josh, make sure you message me on Facebook or Instagram. It's just Pew Pew Nation on either one of those. And get me your addresses, names, email addresses, all that good stuff, so I can get this stuff shipped out to you and get you that entry. Anybody that has entered the Roaring Rebel giveaway already, I do have your name. I have your coins set aside. I was waiting on these little plastic things that the coins go in to protect them because they are like a high gloss. So I didn't want to get them all scratched up in shipping. I will start shipping the first batch of those out next week. So you guys can look for those in the mail. But that doesn't mean that the giveaway is over yet. So make sure that you get those entries in as many as you can. And once we fill that up, we sell out of these coins, we are giving that gun away live on Pew Pew Nation USA, or Pew Pew Nation Live. I'm sorry. Make sure you watch next week. We're going to be live at Not Just Guns in Mason, Michigan. And the owner will be our guest with Chris. Chris is going to be there for sure. The owner, Mike, will be our guest. And he is sounding like he is going to be very generous. So if you like guns, if you like ammo, accessories, I'm telling you, you don't want to miss Pew Pew Nation Live next week right here on this same channel. So make sure you guys check it out. Check out notjustguns.com beforehand so that you can see what that store is all about, and check out their online inventory as well as the auction items that are coming up in a couple weeks. And make sure you head over to freedomfatigues.com for all your American-made apparel. 100% American-made right here. Everything from the cotton being grown in the U.S. to the stitching to the design to everything is all 100% made in the USA. So, Cliff asks, can you have a live audience? Oh, at the show and Not Just Guns. Probably not, because the store's closed and there won't be any other employees there. That would be cool though. That's a good idea. And that might happen soon. We might work on that. So, but not for this next one. But maybe if we do another show there, we will open it up to allow a live audience to come in, or maybe we'll do a special edition of Pew Pew Nation Live, like on a Saturday during the day. Do it live from the store. That'd be kind of cool too. So, we'll see what happens. But we'll come up with something for that. But thank you guys all for watching and joining us and sharing this and being part of this channel. I hope everybody stays safe out there and stay out of the arguments on Facebook. Seriously, like, we need to all be better than the other side. We really do. They don't do any good anyway, and they just turn into people getting banned from Facebook and fights and everything else. Just stay out of it, seriously, and just, post a fact if you need to, and let those other idiots argue about it. So we'll see y'all next week from Not Just Guns. Make sure you again subscribe to the channel, like us on Facebook, and turn on those alerts on all these channels, and make sure you follow us on Instagram as well. And if you're on TikTok, my other account just got deleted, so I think it's Pew Pew Nation USA on TikTok now. I don't know. I don't hardly ever go on there. Just go on there just to piss them off, pretty much. But it's pretty sweet. So thanks for watching, guys, and again, stay safe out there. Happy birthday to Tom up in heaven. Thanks for watching, guys. We will see y'all next week.